Welcome to the Kobe Bryant Film Room. This is Hellafide Cap. I had to bring this series back, y'all, because we get into some capping that's unheard of, right? Nick Wright is, I would call him a staple in this series. He's one of the guys who shows up on numerous occasions. Him and Keyshawn Johnson. I don't know who caps the most, right? Him, Gilbert, or Keyshawn Johnson. But they just happen to be talking about Reggie Miller and his comments about Anthony Edwards. But he mentions LeBron James, a little sneak diss at the King, right? And so, of course, Nick Wright, he's in bed with LeBron every night. So he took offense to it. So let's hear what Nick Wright had to say.
Wednesday aggressively. Yeah. Anthony Edwards took full responsibility after the Wolves lost in Game 3. He said, it's on me, I gotta be better, I came out flat. And last night, during Game 4's broadcast, Reggie Miller complimented Anthony Edwards, and he dissed somebody. I don't even know who. Take a listen.
We've got some veteran status in our game. A lot of people from Rushmore that like to deflect and point fingers at others. Here's a 22-year-old saying,
Okay, I don't even know.
So that was definitely a shot at LeBron James, and everybody knows it. Reggie did it in a slick way, and I think Reggie's a genius for what he did because he could play the mind games with them, and it's plausible deniability. Like, oh, I don't know who I was talking about. I wasn't talking about anybody specifically. It could have been a bunch of these older players. Reggie's playing fucking games. And see, the mainstream media, they know Reggie's playing games. They're going to make Reggie pay. Eventually, they're going to get the Reggie. Reggie tried to walk back his statements when he was pressured by Dan Patrick on the Dan Patrick show, right? But they're still going to cook Reggie. Don't get it twisted. He will be punished for this. You don't go against the king. So get him, Nick. Get him, Nick.
All right, Kareem. I sat here
What's this guy?
and I dealt with
Is this guy for real?
the total fiction that Reggie and his partners were peddling about him owning MSG. And I was like acting like But if I may for a moment, did you know Reggie Miller, the building he has his worst career record is MSG? Did you know that he was a
So this is a deflection. Chris Broussard and Wilds knows it's a deflection. This is why you see that smirk on Wilds' face. It's because it's like, dude, what the fuck does it have to do with what Reggie said? So now you're attacking him as a basketball player. And you're attacking his integrity as a basketball player. And instead, like, you're acting like LeBron's wife. You're acting like Savannah, bro. In order to protect LeBron, we have to distract. We have to deflect. We have to move something else in the way. We have to attack the man in his image now. Check this fool out. Check this fool out.
13-39 on the road against the Knicks. Did you know that in the playoffs he won a total of 6 games
This dude's
against
a goddamn
the Knicks?
clown.
I let the whole thing just let it lie. It's 30 years ago. Let him create all of his own narratives that he wants. That's fine. But now, when I think definitively he is calling out LeBron James.
Oh. You see, and this is funny because Reggie gets to see all these puppets in the media assume it's LeBron. Right? They know that LeBron is the one pointing fingers all the time. I love what Reggie did, man. But Reggie should have owned it. He should have owned it.
that's who
I
was wondering until he said Mount Rushmore. Why would you say
he
Mount
gave
Rushmore?
himself, with the veteran status, he gave himself an L. But when he says active players on a lot of people's Mount Rushmores, I guess I would ask Mike, you know what, I'll look into the camera and make the request to my dear friend Dan Patrick.
And see, all these guys in media are cool, right? They all, I believe like 99% of them are signed to Clutch Sports. That's just me. I could be wrong. They could just have close relationships because they're media members. But you see how he called for another media member, hey, put pressure on that nigga. This is some gangster shit right here. Look what Nick does.
Has Reggie on the show all the time, and Dan is as good of an interviewer as there is in media. Make Reggie tell you who he's talking.
You see that? Yeah.
There was two options: Steph or LeBron.
And make Reggie tell you who he was talking about. Not ask Reggie. Make Reggie. Like Reggie has to answer, like he transgressed God or something.
Steph or LeBron. They're the only two active players that are on anyone's Mount Rushmore.
And when Reggie criticizes people on TV, other NBA players, does he have to explain himself? This is how you know who has power and who doesn't have power. When you have to fucking explain yourself. When guys have to start off before they criticize LeBron, hey, I love the guy. He's a great father. He's a great human being. He's a great man, philanthropist. Man, he's just a great social justice warrior and all this other shit that has nothing to do with their criticism. You know who holds the balls, who has the cojones, who runs shit. Check this out.
We by the way, we know it's LeBron he's talking about, but make him tell you.
I bet you he throws Durant in the.
This dude acts like a bitch, bro. He acts like he's LeBron's bitch. Like LeBron got him up in a hotel or something. Like, dude.
Durant's on no one's Mount Rushmore.
I know, but
whoever it is,
maybe it's the Mount Rushmore bag.
I would,
the bag.
Bro, I think this is wildly unfair to LeBron. Wildly unfair.
Wildly unfair, but it was accurate. It was accurate, bro. He didn't take accountability after he lost against Denver. He blamed the fucking replay crew, even though the referees let him get away with a push-off, obvious push-off on KCP. He just missed the shot, bro. Just take the L, bro. He didn't accept the accountability. He put it on other people. This is what Reggie's talking about. He put all of the loss on Darvin Ham. It's always somebody else's fault. But see, guys like Nick Wright, they're trying to portray this bullshit perfect image. And see, this is why a lot of people are coming after LeBron. They're sick of guys like this covering up every single mistake. Bro, every player has flaws. Kobe had personality flaws. And Mike had personality flaws and things like that, bro. You don't have to cap like this, bro. Stop yourself. I know you're getting paid. He put you in the suit. Nice suit, by the way. He put you in a suit. He slicked back your hair. He probably combed your hair in the morning. But you gotta chill, bro, with this shit, bro.
I also think it is incredibly cowardly by Reggie. Cowardly. Because, and if he's pressed on it, I almost guarantee you he'll say, I didn't say LeBron.
I agree.
That's exactly what he did, because Reggie did. I agree with Nick here. It was cowardly what Reggie did on the Dan Patrick show. But guess what? He had to, bro. He still works for the NBA. He probably has it in his contract that he can't say certain things and, got to butter the nigga up. So, yeah, Reggie gonna cop out. Do I agree with Reggie? I would have stood on, y'all know me, I would have stood on that shit. I would have said, hell yeah, I said that shit, nigga. I was talking about you. Now what you gonna do? That's what I would have said. But Reggie got a job. They done put him in a suit too, so.
I find it outrageous. Outrageous.
Yeah, if you say something like that, I mean, this is a nationally televised playoff game. Like, it's almost like I can't just say he wasn't thinking about it. I mean, he knew what he did. He said,
yeah, Reggie can't, listen, Reggie been kissing LeBron's ass for the whole year. He finally criticized the man, and they on his helmet.
I said, look, I've talked to LeBron, and
we know you have.
LeBron tell me 2011's on him. You know what I mean? Like when they lost to Dallas.
Nigga, that's not saying much. We seen that shit. Man, get the fuck out of here.
And any jokes they telling, no quarter, whatever that joke is about the fourth quarter.
No, you know what it is. You know what it is. He's good for 3 quarters. He's good for 70. He's 75 cents. He's good for 3 quarters.
I gotta own it. All right, so he's owned stuff. But this is what I was talking about last week. I think it was last week when I said the body language of LeBron, the cryptic stuff, tweets. Now,
You
we don't
already
know
know.
what he means. But when you put stuff out there like that, and when your body language sometimes is bad like that, it does look like you're or saying like it's not on me. It's them.
See,
and so
this
is what I
is
meant,
my
like,
issue.
I don't think
This is
LeBron's
my
like
issue.
that inside, but the body language and the cryptic tweets.
This is my issue. When it comes to Kobe, Durant, they don't give these dudes this type of compassion. Like Chris Broussard doesn't give these dudes this type of compassion. He doesn't try to, I can see it from there. No, he goes hard body. They'll come out and say selfishness. They go hard body. But with LeBron, you can kind of see where, he kind of just slipped up, bro. He been doing this shit for years, bro.
I think people I don't think would respect or like if a player actually came out and said, man, look, I did my thing. I had 30 and 10. Look at what I'm playing with. All right, Durant did that
That's
his
what-
burner account. Obviously, it wasn't a good
That's
look.
what LeBron did.
But people don't want you to kind of like just come out and say, say what you.
So we listened to. We were trying to figure out what Reggie was referring
Bro, the
to.
nigga has a podcast show where he makes excuses. Now, he does make it appear like he's taking blame, but then after he does, he follows it up with an excuse.
And we kind of guessed that it might have been LeBron taking a shot at the replay center after the game 2 loss.
There you go, Wow.
Do you think that's what Reggie?
No, I think that. Listen.
Look, he said no.
Very clearly, particularly until trade deadlines and then after the season, will press levers via passive aggression and social media to try to get the front office to do what he thinks needs to be done to improve.
No, listen. Stop the fucking bullshit. Wilds was on the money. Reggie's criticizing him because he made excuses after the game. Because how do we know this is true? Because Anthony Edwards was at a post-game press conference when he said what he said about him being the one who needs to step up. LeBron James was, and this shit was all over social media, y'all. They were showing Kobe and LeBron James. They showed Anthony Edwards and LeBron James and how they both handled situations after losing, right? Or even when Kobe was winning, he still answered a certain way, right? So this motherfucker is trying to come up with a bullshit ass explanation that he knows is garbage. It's not even apples. It's not even apples and apples. It's apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker is a worm, bro. Like this guy's a stooge, bro. Like for real, he's just a face. One of Rich Paul's puppets. Like, bro, let's listen to this shit again, bro. Y'all hear this shit?
Season will press levers via passive aggression and social media to try to get the front office to do what he thinks needs to be done to improve teams. I have never seen him throw a teammate under the bus after a game.
Are you fucking serious?
The guy,
You see this guy? You cannot trust this guy. You can't trust this guy. Bro, he does it on the court. He throws teammates under the bus on the court. They've been trying to get... What about Russell Westbrook, bro? D'Angelo, all these dudes. He does it on the court. He gets extra demonstrative. Bro, like, are you serious, bro? This nigga is goddamn. How much money are you making, Nick?
is the most covered, the most talked about, the most talked to athlete. I cannot remember a single game where he's like,
He hasn't verbally.
And when he gets questioned,
Wiles,
when the guys
look at Wiles' face. Y'all look at Wiles' face. Wiles knows this is bullshit.
The most talked to athlete.
He knows
remember
this is
a single
bullshit.
game where he's like,
He hasn't verbally.
Now look, I'm
when
gonna freeze
he
it.
gets questioned,
Look at Wiles. You see Wiles? Y'all see Wiles' face right before the turn? Y'all see Wiles' face? That little quick smile. He knows Nick's full of shit.
when the guys miss,
He has to sit on this dude. Damn, I don't know how often this shows is on a week, but he has to sit next to this dude, dog, and listen to him just talk nonsense, bro.
says, what does he say every time? trust the process over the results, all of those things. Like, you know what I mean?
I always hit my team.
I'm going to hit my team.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
always going to show faith in my teammates.
But would you admit sometimes the body language, the tweets can give people that impression?
Of course, but I don't think there is a player, and this is where I just think it's double standards. I love Anthony Edwards too. He also, 2 games ago, was doing the DX crotch chop in the middle of the court, and people found it adorable. I have a feeling.
What the fuck does that have to do with LeBron James and him not taking accountability?
Remember, LeBron once did the same celebration, and it was talked about he was befouling the game.
Well, that's
so
if we're gonna get.
Yeah, like what the fuck is this?
So I just think it's a fake double standard.
You see this guy? And see, this is the reason why you can't trust these puppets on TV, y'all. And we're unmasking the puppets. What I'm doing on this channel, Hellafide Cap, is I'm showing you the cap. It doesn't make sense what he's saying. He then tried to deflect and bring up a whole different situation that had nothing to do with Reggie's criticism, right? Reggie's criticizing the post-game content. And the reason why you know he's doing that, because he's talking about how Anthony Edwards handled the loss in the post-game interview. You see what I'm saying? Anybody with a brain and who's not biased can see these things. But if you're bought and paid for, or you're just a crotch sniffer, you're not going to understand these things. Your common sense is going to escape you. So I want to show you something else too. This one goes into your boy, Keyshawn. Let's get it. Okay, so here we are, undisputed. Let's get into it, y'all.
On last night's TNT telecast, Reggie Miller complimented Anthony Edwards at age 22 for saying, "Blame me," after the T-Wolves Game 3 loss on Friday night. But then Reggie's positive comment turned negative when he said this.
I'm an even bigger fan of Anthony Edwards after seeing that clip. We've got certain guys with veteran status in our game. There are a lot of people from Rushmore that like to deflect and point fingers at others. Here's a 22-year-old saying, "This is on me. It's my fault."
Interesting. So, Keyshawn, at which player on Mount Rushmore was Reggie directing that comment in your estimation?
Man, I hate to be a germ spreader, but as soon as I heard it, my ears went up. As I watched the game, I'm like, oh, damn. Did he really just do that? Because when you start to think about it, your question to me is, which player? Well, come on. We all know he's talking about LeBron James.
You see that? You see that? And this is what makes what Reggie did funny as hell. Because, like, everybody has to assume that he's talking about LeBron James. But Reggie didn't come out and just say it. Everybody knows it, though, who complains a lot. You put the pieces to the puzzle together if you're a logical thinking person.
Oh, he's talking about LeBron James. And we can pick through all type of players on Mount Rushmore. So it's
Look at Paul Pierce
Say players
smiling.
plural, but in today's game, who's on Rushmore?
Think about it. So there's 3 guys.
It could be a few people.
No, there's 3. 3 that you can be talking about,
Okay.
right? Potentially.
What was that?
Okay, so let's just go through it. Most
Then
people
we gotta go
have
through the exercise of this bullshit exercise. Let's go.
the cap on there. He's the cap. Kareem
What the
Abdul-Jabbar's on
fuck is
there.
this nigga
He's
talking?
always on there. He doesn't play in today's game, right? Michael Jordan's on there.
Yeah,
He doesn't play, right? So
Why are you guys subjecting Paul Pierce to this dumb shit?
we'll have Kobe on there. Kobe doesn't play in basketball anymore.
Magic on.
Some would have Magic. He doesn't play anymore. So now let's get rid of him. All right. Now let's just say there's 3 guys that they would have on there. Some people would have Steph Curry, but his career's not. He ain't talking. Because Steph Curry, if something goes wrong,
Look,
Steph Curry's gonna.
I don't see how Paul Pierce sits up there. He don't spit out his drink sometimes. Like, this shit is just ridiculous.
Play. He does.
Wait, did he say some people on today's Mount Rushmore?
Some
Maybe
people-
just talking about.
No, here's what he said. I'm even a bigger fan of Anthony Edwards. We got certain guys with veteran status in our game that are
So it's a
lot of
veteran.
people's Mount Rushmore that like to deflect and point fingers at others. Do you know him as a finger pointer, Steph Curry?
No.
Do you like
So Keyshawn's telling on himself, bro. So the nigga you love points fingers, right? So this is just fucking hilarious, bro. Look at Paul Pierce.
him as a deflector? So let's get rid of him. Now you got KD that's left. Has KD arrived as a Mount Rushmore guy on some people?
Arguably, yes.
So he has on some people.
Yes, arguably, yes.
Does he say anything to anybody and talk about anything? He doesn't,
Does he deflect and point fingers at others? I mean,
sometimes, yeah, let's play dumb. Yeah, sometimes you do. You know what I'm saying? We know it's not KD, but let's play the game, nigga.
No,
I mean, a lot of that, and we hear that KD didn't talk to him.
okay.
So, I mean, he might have had some indirect comments about, what's indirect comments about the offense and him standing in the corner a lot.
That's right.
So that could be some
Everything you saying,
finger pointing though.
Yeah, it could be.
you saying no,
It could
is
be.
correct.
Yeah.
However, what I would say, Paul, is
He know who be crying. See, Keyshawn know who be crying. He know. Deep down in his heart, he know exactly who be crying like a motherfucker.
when majority of the people are Mount Rushmore, there's only 4. They not putting KD in front of Kareem, Magic.
All right, so
They're just not.
So they're just
Nobody's
not.
doing
They're
that.
just not.
Nobody.
so let's
They try to condemn him for going his own state.
Let's say, what's the Mount Rushmore for the players of today?
But he's not talking about the players of today. Mount Rushmore is only 4 players. That means historically. That doesn't mean.
Bruh, he's talking about the players of today, bro. He's talking about today's game, bro. Let's stop being ridiculous.
Today.
And there's only one Mount Rushmore. You can't keep building new Mount Rushmores for different generations.
No, you can't do that. That's what. And so now.
Paul Pierce has to hold all this in,
The
dog.
lack of Kevin.
What about Giannis? He just got his goal.
Yeah, Paul Pierce is an asshole. He know damn well Giannis ain't in the playoffs. It's not even relevant.
Look
Look at Skip.
to the last guy.
He got
The
this
lack of Kevin.
What about Giannis? He just got his goal.
Yo, Paul Pierce ignorant. He can play the dumb game on TV. Look at Skip's face.
No, he can just be talking about the.
He trolling, yo.
Rushmore today could be Giannis, Curry, LeBron,
Paul Pierce trolling, bro.
KD.
Remember what Skip just said. You can't keep creating for errors different Mount Rushmores. Mount Rushmore is for 4 people, one time only, in the history of whatever you want it to be. Look, man, let's face it.
Paul Pierce ignorant.
All right, so he's saying exactly.
Paul Pierce ignorant, yo. He knows he's full of shit. I love it.
Deflecting and pointing fingers at others. People have accused LeBron of always deflecting.
Yeah, they
he won't take the shot, he give it to somebody else. Oh, see, he's standing over there in the corner, he won't participate. They just always treat him that way. So when Reggie
Treating them that
said
way, or are they observing shit that they're seeing on the court and calling it out? See, people act like people in the media want to portray it as this just things people say. Well, where do people get it from? They get it because they can see him standing around. Look at that smirk on Paul Pierce's face. But this is ridiculous, bro. Like, dog, it's okay to give the niggas a little bit of blame, bro. It's okay. He's still great. God dang.
That's immediately what you thought of.
It's deserving, too. Like, the blame is deserving. Like, I don't understand. Like, people act like you're being unfair when you see a nigga standing around or pouting or literally crying every possession and not getting back on defense. People act like you're supposed to cover your eyes and act like it wasn't him. Like, come on, bro. We all adults. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
today's game.
I didn't really think about it.
The Paul Pierce
It
ignorant.
happened so fast. And then when it was brought to me, I was like, the first 3 names is Curry, Durant, and LeBron.
But then take away Curry.
I take away Curry for sure. But then there's something.
This is the dumbest process of elimination I've ever seen. Why we gotta go through this, bro?
With Durant, who I feel like is
whatever. This is content. Whatever.
Oh man, he ain't in the same boat as the negative that goes toward the negativity that
I
goes
think
toward.
Reggie indirectly didn't realize what he was saying, but maybe he could have been talking about LeBron. I think he did.
Okay, get the fuck out of here, Paul. Yo, this shit is hilarious, though.
That's what
I'm not saying, but I'm just saying I don't think he like. I didn't look at it as a shot at Bron.
Initially, okay.
Initially, I didn't.
As soon as I heard it, I knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, but like when I'm sitting back listening
Everybody
to it,
did.
I mean, it's only could be a few people. I mean,
But don't nobody ever. The only time that Kevin Durant is attacked
Paul Pierce
by
playing games.
people is about his going to Golden State and now winning a championship by himself, so to speak, with Brooklyn and Phoenix. That's the only time he's ever attacked. He's never attacked because of finger pointing or deflecting.
dealing with Nash and
No, never.
Paul Pierce ignorant.
KD is never attacked.
Well, I mean, KD is in there because when you talk about Rushmore, he has to be a name that arguably can be on
Well, the only
Rushmore
reason why
because it did one day.
But the only reason why I skip he's a name is because there's really only 4 guys that are veteran players that you would look at and be like, oh, okay.
Well, if this statement holds true, then
I'm proud of Keyshawn, because usually Keyshawn can't draw conclusions to shit well. But I'm glad, I'm proud of him because he picked up on this shit early. It is LeBron, Keyshawn. Let's get out of here with this shit.
talking about LeBron. 100% because he fits the bill.
That's all I'm saying.
He checks all the boxes.
As a defense,
Paul Pierce is an asshole.
And you're saying no,
Look at this.
he's definitely talking about LeBron.
Hold on.
Yeah,
So this whole, let's see.
But
So
only reason why I
we're
skip
10
his
minutes
name.
in, y'all. We're 10 minutes in, and this is what we finally reached. We finally reached the conclusion that it's LeBron. Let's go.
is because there's really only 4 guys.
The rest of the minutes was bullshit.
Or veteran players that you would look at and be like, oh, okay.
Well, if this statement holds true, then he's definitely talking about LeBron. 100% because he fits the bill.
master
That's all I'm
control.
saying.
He checks all the boxes.
As an investigator,
If you're saying Mount Rushmore is LeBron or not, yes. Does he deflect and point fingers?
Yes.
Yes.
okay, but
Always.
you gotta hear
Checks the
me.
boxes.
But here, check this out though. A lot of people. So that means like the majority of NBA, whatever, from
He didn't say majority, he said a lot of
fans,
people.
Whatever, they're putting the majority of them are gonna put LeBron on there before they put Steph, before they put KD, before they put
absolutely.
CP3, any of them. LeBron is gonna go on there. He's certainly, man, and that's okay if that's how he feels. It was just one of them zingers that was like, whoa. What was he talking about?
It's kind of between the lines, and it came, he sort of lowered his voice, and it
Look at
came
Paul.
and went. So
Paul laughing because Paul knows this is ridiculous shit. Hey, I would love to make money like Paul, bro.
fast, you're like,
Yeah, I didn't
Wait a second.
really, it went over my head initially.
Yeah, it was a little bit germ spread right there.
Yeah, but I just thought about a lot of the superstars that took
okay, KD, when he chose to join forces with those guys in Golden State, he disqualified himself in most people's eyes from Mount Rushmore status. I'm talking about being top 4 all time.
I understand.
And I didn't mind it at all, and I'm still a big fan.
I wanted him to stay.
Okay,
We'll win
fine.
10 more championships.
When you go there and you
And
lead,
Keyshawn don't give a fuck about competition, bro. He just wants to do it to win a championship. Like, bro, the reason why you play, what people want to see is you compete. They don't want to see you just win. They want to see a competitive game, bro. Like, this is sick, bro. Come on.
to back-to-back championships while you're the finals MVP, I'm good to go. I'm good with that. And you're still qualified to at least be in the discussion for me to be on Mount Rushmore. But over Jordan and Cap, as you say, and Kobe and Magic, no, it's not happening. Okay, so this is what got me about the comment. Reggie always annoys me because he's LeBron's biggest hype man. When LeBron's
sure
on
is.
TNT, because Reggie just goes crazy.
Oh, age 39, year 21. Oh my God, LeBron James, what an amazing man. Hey, look at Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce having a good ass time. He collected a check talking nonsense on national TV. He get to show his face and promote himself.
It's 39-21. Can you believe this, man? Can you believe it? And then it's like this quick sort of backhand shot, but it's legit, and he's right. What he said was, a 22-year-old said, blame it. He literally said, blame me for the loss. And by the way, Anthony on Friday night did not play the way he did last night, and he was a game worst minus 32 on Friday night. And he just sucked it up after the game and said, it's on me. He said, I lead this team.
That's what you're supposed to do as a leader.
Go tonight.
Take it on the chin.
LeBron never says that. And to me, it's been great of late because it feels like the world is starting to say, wait a second, about LeBron James. The world is starting to say, wait a second.
The world didn't start doing this. You guys just started being more honest. We on YouTube been calling out his behavior, right? Not the fact that we don't like him or anything like that, but we had to call out his behavior because we were seeing him pull these antics year in and year out, and nobody said anything. So now that he's lost again, people are bringing this shit to his attention, and that he fired probably Reggie Miller's buddy and Darvin Ham unjustly, it seems like. Then Reggie and all these guys want to speak out because they care about him. But they should have been spoke out because they could have stopped this and nipped this in the bud earlier on.
It's open season now on LeBron James because he's now doing the podcast with JJ Redick, and it sounds like he's going to name JJ his coach because all the signs are pointing to JJ, and they're breaking down games. And I'm listening to the podcast saying, just one time, I would like JJ to ask him, could you break down games 1 and 2 against Denver this year in the first round of the playoffs? Because what happened in the fourth quarter to you in game 1? Because Keyshawn, you know, he just checked out. I don't know what he was doing, but he checked out.
Oh, in game 1 of 4. Yeah, I don't think he was happy with the way D'Angelo was playing.
Okay, whatever.
Still shooting the ball.
Whatever, but he refused to shoot until the bitter end after the game was lost. And then, obviously, I would love to hear a detailed breakdown of the shot that he missed that could have changed the whole series at the end of game 2.
It went in and out.
Okay,
Yeah.
but again, you had it.
Okay, so he missed the shot. Take responsibility. Don't blame the replay guy. This is what Reggie's talking about, right? Say, hey, I just didn't hit the shot, bro. The referees overlooked that. Yeah, they might have missed the call down the stretch of the game, but they overlooked that, and I still had a chance to win.
Does Kobe make that shot? Yeah. Does Magic make that shot?
It was a clean shot. He just missed it.
Okay, it's like a free throw from the three-point line. It's just wide open where you can sort of gather yourself.
That shot too.
Okay. Paul
Pierce said he can make that shot too.
Underhand.
I think Paul Pierce could make that shot, bro. Paul Pierce could shoot.
Underhand didn't make it.
The ball went in.
And this nigga was clutch. Paul Pierce was clutch.
The dude hit the side of the backboard.
Paul Pierce could shoot it behind his back and make it.
It went in
Oh,
and
shit.
out.
Okay, but
Skip
the point
capping for
was,
Paul Pierce.
did he take any blame for it? I saw one quote on the podcast from LeBron saying, you know, we had him, we were right there with him all 5 times. We beat him 1 time, but he said all 4 losses, we were right there, and we just made too many mistakes at the end of the game. And I'm like, what about you?
But he also said we didn't have our whole team together. We didn't have our full team. And it's like, come on, bro. That motherfucking Vanderbilt ain't gonna help you win no goddamn championship. Come on, bro.
Hey, I made too many mistakes.
Yeah, or take some blame personally for it. Because remember, there were 4 times last year when you were right there, and he shot 7 of 23 in those combined fourth quarters and 1 of 10 from 3, and never took any blame for it.
And he said what? They were putting out the reports he was injured, and then he said, I'm gonna retire.
So Reggie's right. The 22-year-old stepped up and said, you should blame me for what happened. And that took some guts. I don't know, at 22, would you have done that? I don't know. Maybe. Would you have just say, it's on me. It's on me.
I'm the guy on the team. Why not?
Yeah, Paul Pierce will do it. I've seen Paul Pierce.
Again, that's not been LeBron's way since he came into the league. He does not take blame. And to your point, coach after coach pays the price for that, because you look around and you say, well, we got to fire the coach, right? We can't fire LeBron, and now all signs point to the Lakers.
Well, it's always something. It's always trade this, trade that. Look how many trades the dude's had in his career. It's always the coach. It's got to be AD. It's got to be Rob Pelinka. It's got to be Jimmy Buss. It's always somebody other than saying, hey, you know what? We ain't play well. We'll come back next year and we'll be right back in the fold. Nope. It's always got to be something. You know, the man knew he wasn't retiring, but yet he put out that statement to take away from the Denver Nuggets rather than just saying, hey, you know what? I tip my hat. We lost. Y'all the better man. Matter of fact, he stormed off the court a couple of times. Before the game, it didn't shake nobody's hands. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. Shit like that people call out. People don't like bad sportsmanship. That's why he gets so much flack.
And they want to pay him $164 million, and they want to draft Bronny for him, and they want to give him everything he wants. And yet he doesn't want any blame.
But I'll take LeBron back at $164 million.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because you're a jock strap sniffer. $154 million. The dude's gonna be 42 years old, and you have one championship to show for it. 6 years. Most of those seasons were losing seasons. All these trades, no results. But you're gonna be happy to take him back with all his demands. He wants the coach. He wants JJ, a guy who has no experience. He still wants the ball in his hands the majority of the game. He's shooting the most shots, more shots than the guy who's better than him. He wants his son drafted, who had heart issues. No knock on his son, but he had heart issues. And he only averaged 4 points in college while playing the majority of minutes on a struggling team. Right? So when you add up all this shit, it's not worth it when you can just start over and rebuild your team. But Keyshawn likes to, because I believe he's got a relationship. Either he's got a relationship or he's getting paid, right? And it may be both. That this guy, because he said he went to party or hang out with LeBron. He slipped up on national TV. But these guys will not just be honest, bro. They won't be honest. Since when do you sign a nigga that old to a max contract? When? But he's not a real Lakers fan. He's a LeBron fan. He's a fan when the team's doing well. When the team's trash, I guarantee you Keyshawn's not watching that shit.
I can separate the two. I can separate.
And real Lakers fans, we watch when the team's garbage too. Like we watch the young guys struggle. But we knew it was a process, and we knew they were going to be good one day. But we watched stuff like that. We watched their interviews, summer league, workouts, everything about the young guys. And we keep up with them. Guys who are fair weather fans, they just want a celebrity there. You know, somebody who has a big name, and they won't show up and watch. They only watch when their team is a championship contender, or they think that there's something to see.
Of NBA let's not even say 20 years. I can separate 18 years of NBA basketball with LeBron James and strip the back of the name off. I can do it. I can close my eyes and say that's not LeBron, that's somebody else. Because if it was somebody else, Skip, we wouldn't be saying this. We would say sign for $164 million basically.
The problem with his logic is you have to just be reading a sheet of paper, right? Now, if you're looking at building a team for the future, or building a championship team, you're looking at this guy not get back on defense, his inability to play consistently. He only gave you 50 games the last couple of years. He's suffered a little bit of injuries and things like that. He hasn't been playing defense most of the year. Most of the year, you barely made the play-in tournament because he struggles defensively. Why? Because he's old. He can't get back. He's winded at the end of the games. It's visible, right? And you have to make a whole bunch of excuses to compensate the fact that this man is 39 years old, rather than dealing with the reality that he's slowing down. You just look at the numbers and say, well, he still put up 25. Well, I remember I was talking to Big Dog, and Big Dog brought this number up to me. He said that 90-something% of LeBron's shots came in garbage time. I forgot what year this was, but he said it was like 9. I said, damn, 90. I didn't even know that shit. 91% of the man's points came in garbage time. That means he's lost his impact. And see, he's still a smart enough player to where he can still get his points, right? Within the floor of the game. He knows, okay, 6 points a quarter. I can reach my average. But see, they don't understand that they're cheap points. You know, you're getting free throws, a bunch of free throws that aren't even deserved, things like that. That's why he has the most, I believe he has the most and ones in the NBA, because they're calling every damn thing. Look at the free throw advantage. So the NBA has to do these things just to keep them competitive. This is real talk. I'm not just trying to attack them. I'm just being real. And a lot of people will be like, oh, you hating, you just attacking the man. No, I'm just being honest. The league is carrying the Lakers. And that's what it is, bro. They have been for the last couple of seasons. Even when he had Russell Westbrook and AD, they didn't even make the play-in tournament, bro. That's why the league had to help them out at the trade deadline, revamp the roster, just to give them an extra boost at the end of the year. And they almost still ain't make the play-in till he sat out. Then they were able to give him that huge free throw boost at the end of the year, going against the Golden State Warriors. And then they did the same thing. Well, they did it worse this year with the free throws to keep them competitive. This team was struggling to make they were struggling. They were in the 10th spot. They got into the 7th spot later in the year. This is the truth, 100% facts. You know, but people gonna shoot the messenger, which is me, and I understand that, and I'm cool with that. As long as I tell you and give you guys the truth. But once again, this is Hellafide Cat. It's Kobe Bryant Film Room. Like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and we call out Cap here. You know, I am your capologist. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.